He should have died in the frozen ocean. The ice had already crushed ships stronger than his, and no man had ever survived being stranded there for so long. But somehow, against all odds, one man refused to let his crew die in the most unforgiving place on Earth. In 1914, explorer Ernest Shackleton set out on a mission that sounded impossible: to cross Antarctica on foot. He gathered a crew of 27 men, each chosen not just for skill, but for mental strength. Their ship, the Endurance, was built to survive extreme polar ice, strong and flexible. At first, the journey was smooth. The crew laughed, worked, and prepared for the adventure ahead. But in early 1915, everything changed. The ship entered the Weddell Sea and became trapped in thick ice. At first, they waited calmly, believing the ice would eventually break. But days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The ice only grew stronger. The temperature dropped brutally low. The sun disappeared for long periods. Darkness surrounded them. Then came the sound that changed everything. The ice began to crush the ship. The wooden hull creaked and cracked under pressure. The Endurance was being destroyed. Shackleton gave the order to abandon the ship. It was the only choice left. The Endurance slowly sank into the ice, leaving the men stranded in a frozen desert. Now they had nothing: no ship, no escape, only drifting ice beneath their feet. Shackleton made a promise: every man would return home alive. The crew built a camp on the ice, surviving using supplies saved from the ship. Food began to run low. They hunted seals and penguins just to stay alive. Months passed. The ice drifted endlessly, carrying them farther from safety. Eventually, the ice began to break apart. Staying there was no longer possible. They moved into small lifeboats, sailing through freezing, dangerous waters. After days of struggle, they reached a small, empty land, Elephant Island. But the island offered no rescue. No ships came there. They were still trapped. Shackleton made a bold decision. He would leave with a few men to find help. In a tiny boat, they sailed across one of the most dangerous oceans in the world. After an unimaginable journey, they reached South Georgia Island and crossed deadly mountains on foot. Finally, help arrived. Shackleton returned and rescued every single man, proving that leadership can defeat even death itself.